So you'll see. Let me just quickly show you. Like, my models have been so incredibly precise. And here's the thing, right? We're in a bull market. A lot of people feel like you can buy anything and just make money, right? What you have to remember is there's a big difference between just buying anything and making money and getting into surgically precise entries. I mean, this was my entry on cake. Look how close it was. The bottom of this red area is my stop loss, right? So it dips down, gets close to my stop loss, never hits before it pumps and breaks out. Look at my BTT entry. On my BTT entry, this was my entry, and the red area, the bottom of the red area, was my stop loss. So I bought in. My stop loss was 2.85% below my entry, but it held right on my Ichima dynamic supports before launching off into a bull run. And now I'm sitting on, at most, it was a 28% run. Still in it though. Gonna sell some and take profit. That's precision, to get in all the way at the bottom before a big move like that, where you're not taking a big risk. Because sometimes if you think you can just buy anything, you might buy something that takes a 20% dump. Sushi. I got into sushi as a long-term hold, so I don't have a tight stop loss on it or anything. I just bought a little bit, and I buy little bits here and there and accumulate, but I don't worry about setting a stop loss. But imagine if I did. Imagine if I treated this like a short-term trade, but you didn't have, yeah, imagine you did this, but you didn't have my risk management technique and skills where you bought in. Well, if you bought in right here, right now, you would have been down 15% at one point, right? But the way that I trade on my short-term trades, again, sushi is not what I'm talking about. On my short-term trades, I have these surgically precise entries. So it's not just buying something and hoping it pumps. I'm buying into XRP and it gets close to my stop loss but doesn't hit. Then we start breaking out. My mana trade, amazingly precise trade here. I put out a video on YouTube with a detailed analysis on this. Very complex analysis between my Sith Stoke, my Ichima dynamics model, a lot of stuff going on. Incredibly accurate and precise trade, and it broke out exactly as I predicted. It never went more than a few pennies below my target, never went below 0.25% below my entry price. We're talking about some serious precision here. Even my BTC entries, look at my BTC entries. I got in here, went on a run. Bought in at this bottom, went on a run, bought in at this bottom last, and I said we're about to pump here. I posted on Twitter and said, guys, we're about to break out. BTC's about to pump up right here. Watch this. Sure enough, next candle, boom, up 10%. Is a 10x leverage trade, means 100% profit. Same thing with all of my trades, right? I have a couple that I got stopped out on. I got stopped out on Link, and that happens with my model. Sometimes I'll get in, and it dips just a little bit too much, and it hits my stop loss, and I get kicked out of the trade for a little loss. Doesn't happen very often, happens sometimes. Happened with FTM as well, dipped down, stopped me out of the trade before the breakout. I predicted the breakout very well, but my precision entry wasn't perfect here because that support didn't hold. Most cases it does hold because I'm really good at that precision modeling. That's the whole point of my model and my Ichima dynamics model. It's all about precision. Same thing here on XMR. I predicted all three privacy coins would break out, and sure enough, 2 nights ago, boom, entered in, immediately broke out. CEC, entered in, immediately broke out. Never went down below my entry after that. Dash, same thing. Got in, immediately broke out for a 20% bull run. Seeing the same thing on Key. Surgically precise entry on Key way back when. Got the initial 108% breakout. I just bought in here because I'm anticipating another move up. I bet we are going to get another strong move up here because we're sitting on that Ichima dynamic support with the top of the cloud on the 55 EMA. There's a very high probability of this breaking out. And at worst, even if I do fail, even if it dips down and hits my stop loss, I'm only going to lose 2.87%. That's why these precision models are an absolute must if you want to be a day trader, and you need to focus on risk management. By focusing on risk management, I'm able to get into trades where my losses are 1, 2, 3%, but my gains are 80, 90, 100, 200, 300%. My losses are so small that even if I'm wrong 9 out of 10 times, it doesn't matter because that last time that I'm right, I make an absolute killing. So if you're working on becoming a better trader, please don't think you can get into anything and it's going to pump just because it's a bull market, because it's not that simple. You need to work on those precision trades, and you need to identify where your weaknesses are when it comes to risk management so you can tamp down and make sure you don't put extra capital at risk, because once you lose that capital, you're not getting it back. It's absolutely crucial. If you're in a position to join a group like my Flux Trading Group, where I can teach you and mentor you and help you learn how to become a better trader, I would really appreciate the support. But that's fine if you can't. You don't have to join a paid service. You can go out. There's plenty of free information out there, as I'm doing right now. I share a lot of free info. Check out my YouTube channel. You'll see I share a lot of free information that'll help you get started. Don't feel like you need to pay somebody to teach you and mentor you, because you don't. There's a lot of free information out there. So if you're just getting started and you want to go through the basics and see if you can get some help before you make that step into a paid service, go for it. Then when you feel like you're ready and you want to take your trading to the next level, I'm here, and there's plenty of other educational groups out there. Just make sure if you're joining an educational group or some sort of trading group with somebody to mentor you, make sure it's somebody who's around, they're active. Make sure it's somebody where you can get them on the phone if you need to. You know, if my premium members need me, if they need to talk to me about strategy, or if they're not understanding some of the techniques and strategies I'm teaching, my premium members can just DM me, hit me up, and we'll jump on a phone call. We could sometimes do a one-on-one screen sharing live stream as well, so I can show them things and give them some quick tips. Make sure if you're joining a group, you're not joining like a signals group or something, because that's absolute trash. You don't want signals. You want somebody who's going to help guide you along the way and help you understand these relatively complicated concepts for people who are uninitiated, so you can become a better trader. You need somebody who's going to help you put that together, and not someone who's going to just give you signals and tell you what to do with your money, because it's really irresponsible. And if they're willing to do that, they probably don't give a shit about you or anybody else. Anyway, that's my spiel for now. Make sure if you're working on this stuff, you're focusing on those key areas: risk management, precision models. You want to be able to get into trades and not worry about taking a big loss if you're wrong. All right, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I'm always happy to chat if I'm around and I have free time.